Back in August 2019, I started my MLD program journey with excitement, nervousness, and so much gratitude. I also should admit, I was scared. What if I'm too old for this? Will I be able to focus? Will Tanner miss me? All questions I have learned are common, especially for students returning to school after long breaks, working full-time, or caregiving. But before I get ahead of myself, let me start from the very beginning, a very good place to start. Hi, my name is Lauren Henderson, and I am a candidate for the Master of Art in Leadership Development program at Chapman University. Although the purpose of this presentation is to share my capstone project with you as a graduate student, it is my other responsibilities and jobs I hold that will be on display today. I am also a full-time marketing professional and mother of a very active and curious 2-year-old. And I know what you're thinking. Full-time job, mom, graduate student. How do you do it? Wait, how did that one get in there? Okay, yes, I'll admit there are quite a few wine nights, but mostly it's my community. I am very blessed to be surrounded by people who love and care about me and offer support in many different ways. But I do have to say, this is not an opportunity that's afforded to everyone in my position. So just like that, Capstone was born. Who better to center the non-traditional graduate student experience than someone living it? During this presentation, I will share key findings from my literature review, an overview of the deliverable, a resource guide for non-traditional students in graduate school at Chapman University, and a reflection on my experience in the MLD program. So first things first, what is the definition of a non-traditional student? According to Patricia Cross, a leading researcher in this field, an adult over the traditional college age, which is over the age of 24, who is pursuing a higher degree part-time while working full-time, or one who returns to school full or part-time after a significant break or interruption. But wait, you might be asking, doesn't that include a lot of the college student population, especially those in graduate school? The short answer is yes. In fact, according to financeonline.com, almost 75% of higher education students are non-traditional. So because we now know that many college students can be categorized as non-traditional based on the definition, it is important to share this space with other non-traditional students and center their experiences. So throughout this presentation, I will feature others and share their stories. During my time reviewing the literature, some interesting concepts were discussed. A few that were incorporated into my project and deliverable is the idea that non-traditional students experience barriers to their success in college that traditional students don't. The two major barriers identified are situational and institutional. These barriers were consistently present in the research and affected recruitment and retention rates for higher education institutions. An example of an institutional barrier for non-traditional students is the idea of legacy thinking among administrators, taking on a more transactional approach by focusing on traditional age undergraduate students instead of a transformational approach by including non-traditional students in strategic planning. Examples of situational barriers include scheduling problems, home responsibilities, childcare, finances, mental health, and work deadlines. One study found that childcare is often not provided by the institution, nor is this cost calculated into student loans. So not only is the student now shuffling school and caregiving schedules, but also budgeting to be able to afford college. Because recruitment and retention are high priorities for any institution, and these barriers have affected the non-traditional student population primarily, the idea of creating a resource guide seemed like a logical fit. My capstone project deliverable is a resource guide created for non-traditional students on campus at Chapman University and provides support in the following categories: on-campus resources, career and professional development assistance such as job boards and graduate student assistantships, financial aid and scholarships, and support for student parents, both on campus and within the community. Offering these resources to non-traditional students at Chapman University will address some of the barriers, but not all. Some suggestions for accommodating this student population would be to offer programmatic shifts, such as providing hybrid, online, self-paced, and flipped classroom models. Institutions offering flexible schedules and are addressing growing needs from this population are seeing gains in enrollment. Although not the ideal situation, being in a pandemic and having to shift to distance learning really provided great flexibility for those who work or have other obligations, including caregiving. For me, being able to stay home with my son and attend class was a huge benefit, and one that I think Chapman should consider in the future to accommodate others who have caregiving responsibilities. This project has helped me understand and navigate the systems in place within higher education. Although I've been working in higher ed for almost a decade, there are still things in place that surprise me. Also, at my core, I want to help others and provide space for those who are not always afforded a seat at the table. Providing a resource guide for non-traditional students will help a large group of people navigate their experience at Chapman, something I wish I experienced, but decided to pave for myself. I really didn't think graduate school was an option for me. I thought I missed my chance. I didn't think it was possible because of my job, my family, my time, my son. It felt like every obstacle was in my way. But the encouragement of my family and friends really solidified my decision. I am here to say that college is possible at any age, regardless of the barriers in place. Resources are available if you ask and seek them out. The MLD program opened my eyes to possibilities and to new ways of thinking about the world, about people, and about myself. This newfound knowledge has helped me to stay present, recognize and acknowledge my position, check my privilege, and lead authentically. To Whitney, Angel, and Chris, thank you for being tenacious, bold, and resolute in your teaching. You are all incredible professors committed to the program, the lessons, and the students. My experience would not have been possible without your endless support and encouragement. Thank you. To Elisa Driscoll and Mackenzie Krieger, thank you for being there every step of the way and helping me navigate through all the ideas. Your support means the world to me. To Brendan Babish, who took the time to provide feedback and edit my capstone paper, thank you so much. To Ivy Viato for always being willing to help and for your curiosity. Your support during my time in the program meant everything. And to my accountability group, thank you for taking the time to listen, motivate, and commiserate. I couldn't have done it without you all. I would also like to take this opportunity to say thank you to my mom and share her story. My mom was bit by the teaching bug early in her career, often mistaken for a student herself. She knew she wanted more. So, in 1987, she graduated from Cal State Fullerton with a master's in teaching, all while working part-time and having 2 small children. Mom, thank you for being fierce and determined and for being a trailblazer. You are a real-life superhero, and I am your biggest fan. To Tanner, the true inspiration behind the project, thank you for reminding me to always have fun and laugh. Being your mom is the best job I've ever had and the hardest job, but every day that I wake up to see your smiling face makes it worth it and fills my heart. Thank you for giving me the time to do my work. This one's for you, baby. Lastly, I would not have been able to do this without the unwavering support of my fiance, Sean. 2020 was quite a roller coaster, navigating a pandemic, shifting to remote work, job loss, no daycare, and getting engaged, and finishing grad school. Sean, you remained positive, supportive, and incredibly motivating during the entire time, including reading some of the articles and texts from class, having lively discussions about topics, kind of taking the democracy course with me during elections, and our shared passion for equality and social justice. You are the best partner, and my appreciation for you is infinite. Thank you.